Hey, what's up, DIYers? Mike Boards with the Mike Boards channel. Thank you for watching. We're talking garden hoses today, and we just purchased the copper bullet, and we are going to open up the box, give you a full, honest review on it. Let's take a look. All right, DIYers, hey, real quick, we are on the computer. I did want to show you the listing on Amazon where we purchased the copper hose from, and a few things that really attracted us to this hose. Number one, coming up right here, lead-free copper-infused connectors. And let's be honest, being lead-free, it's much more healthier, especially if you're drinking every now and then from your garden hose, as well as filling up a kiddie pool and having the kids play in it. In addition, coming right down here, Copper Bullet's interior hose is made of 3 layers of high-strength latex that expand, which again is a cleaner alternative or a safe interior portion or design or product used inside the hose. DIYers, we are outside now, and also down below in the comments and description will be a link to our old hose. We are not going to throw this away. We are going to keep it for backup, and this is a Craftsman Never-kink hose. And for the last couple years, it has worked perfectly for our mission. However, we are transitioning to the pocket hose. In addition, down below, there will be a link on how to properly and safely install a garden hose mount here, as well as where to purchase it. Let's begin opening up the pocket hose. And grabbing my Craftsman utility knife, and DIYers, be mindful not to use the blade and cut into the box to a point where you damage the hose. That would not be good. Taking a step back, and again, there it is out of the cardboard box, and we purchased the 100-foot, 3/4 flow diameter, as you see. And there it all is inside that little container. It's pretty neat, well packaged in my opinion. That is definitely a pro in the review. Coming up top, all I'll do at this point is carefully remove the top red cap, as shown there. Set that aside. And again, there's all the parts and the fittings. Those are really nice. Very nice. Rubber gasket inside, good. And there are all of the options in regards to spray. Look at that. Pretty neat. Pull the plastic red container or cap out. Set that aside. And here it is. Very nice. Very nice material. And inside this little container is additional information. As you see, the essential user guide. I recommend opening this up, spend a couple minutes, maybe over a cup of coffee, and read this. As you see, right there. And DIYers, real quick, hey, before we pull the hose out of the container, I do want to show you a full 360 of the container and all of the information on each side. It may be helpful to you, it may not, but regardless, I do want to show it to you. And again, a lot of additional information as we go around the container. And I like this one because it shows the 10 spray patterns, as you see right here: full, vertical, shower, stream, flat, mist, jet, center, angle, and cone. How cool is that? Look at all those. Here we are at the spigot, and also down below in the comments and description will be links on how to properly winterize your spigots, as well as properly de-winterize your spigots. And in those videos, I mentioned there is a right way to do that and a wrong way. Don't do it the wrong way. However, grabbing the fitting of, again, the brand new copper bullet, as shown there. And we're going to, without cross-threading it, attach it to the spigot. And extremely easy, as the listing says. And you want this snug, but do not over tighten it. And again, this portion right here helps alleviate leaks creating from too much tension or harm to this portion of the hose over time. Very nice. Taking a step back and to the opposite end of the hose and fitting, as you see right here, and the current configuration of this valve is closed, and by turning it clockwise, you will open the valve. Our spigot is off, so no water is going to come out, and counterclockwise to close the valve. From here, I'm going to grab the sprayer, and without cross-threading the sprayer onto the fitting, you will secure these together and verify your rubber O-ring or seal or gasket is inside. And again, carefully, without over-tightening it, screw these together. And again, valve open, valve closed, set that aside. What we'll do next is turn on the water and see if this hose does what it shows in the listing. However, before that, coming right down here, in the event that you have a brick home and you have several slits or slots or cutouts in the mortar in between certain bricks, DIYers, those are there by design, and down below in the comments and description will be a link on explaining those, as well as installing screens to keep critters out in between your brick wall or outer brick layer of your home and the internal wood frame. Entire hose is removed from the container. It's about maybe 5 feet from the spigot and wall. And inside the container is a package of extra washers. How cool. And again, we're going to turn on the spigot and see what the hose does. Camera now positioned, and again, all we're going to do is turn the spigot on and run the water into the hose and see what happens. I've grabbed the sprayer, and again, turning the valve clockwise will open it up. And from here, the way you work this is by thumb. How cool. Camera in position, and DIYers, all I'm going to do is carefully wrap this hose again on the mount. And this is so much nicer than the larger hose we just showed you earlier in the video. And this is much softer and much easier to wrap on this mount. And there's no kinks as I do this. It's not fighting me in any way. This is really, really convenient, really friendly. And I'm going to close the valve, as you see right there. And just out of curiosity, what I'm going to do is turn the spigot back on and see what the hose does. And it looks as if it is stopped, and I'm going to turn the spigot off, see what it does. And with the spigot off and the upper valve of the sprayer closed, water cannot escape. So what I'll do is open that valve and open up the sprayer and allow the water to spray out and see what the hose does. As you see, it did contract and get smaller. I will close this, and I will close the valve. And carefully rest the sprayer and upper fitting on top of the hose and mount. Taking a step back, and what I did next was carefully wrap the hose around the wall mount, and look how much space it takes up. Much less than our previous hose. And referencing the mount, let's count. As you see, the bottom of the mount maybe comes down 1 or 2 levels of brick. And let's compare that to our old hose. And I'll just say it right now, our old hose, probably impossible to wrap it around the wall mount and take up this little amount of space. Back to our brand new hose, and DIYers, as you just saw, what a significant difference in presentation. The new hose, as shown right here, takes up so much less space on the wall, and it's so much more presentable. We like it. We recommend it. One last thing. Inside the garage now, and we are going to keep the container, and in the fall we are going to remove the hose from the spigot, winterize the spigot, and put the hose inside here, where it will conveniently, without taking up a lot of space, sit on the shelf in the garage. And I can say with confidence, our old hose we just showed you, well, it's going to take up a lot more space than that if we put it on this shelf. And in fact, we've never put it on the shelf. We basically wrap them up and put them underneath our boat. And to the next day, we have taken delivery of additional deck items, as well as pulled deck items out of the garage that was in storage. And it's all set up, and we like it. And also down below in the comments and description are links to all of these items. This is a solar powered LED and brand new rug, table chairs, and a grill mat to alleviate direct contact of grease falling out of the grill or grill pan and onto the deck. And that will alleviate us having to constantly clean grease off the freshly painted deck. That gets annoying over time. DIYers, this is it. We hope today's video helped. Do us a favor, below the video you will see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely ring your YouTube bell. That would be very helpful to us. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching.